Now we're going to talk about how to actually pick the right training split to fit your lifestyle and your goals. So we'll jump over to the whiteboard. What we're going to talk about here on the whiteboard is just how to pick your training split, judging by how many days you have available, what your goals are, and what kind of level, experience level you're at. This is not how you spell training. Training split flow. That's better. So this is the training split flowchart, and what we're going to do is first we're just going to start with how many days you have available. So we're going to have 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, and we're not going to go any more than 6 days. Okay, so this is our days available. Next, you want to consider your experience level. So we've got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We're going to discuss the actual splits that we have available. Full body over here, upper, lower. This is probably going to get a little bit messy. Push, pull, legs. We're going to have upper, lower, push, pull, legs. And then finally, we're going to have bro split. Okay, so that is, we've got 5 splits on the board, but remember the last split, the 6th split, was a high frequency full body split, which is going to be like a 4, 5, 6 day full body split. So all 6 are currently on the board. And then lastly, you want to consider what your training goals are, what you want to achieve. So we're going to have you're going to either build strength, build muscle. And then there's the last one, which is kind of like hybrid. You want to do some hybrid training. That's the goal. It's going to be hybrid athlete. Okay, so these are the goals. These are the training splits. This is your experience level and how many days you have available. We know that if you want to build strength, you're going to have to do higher frequency. So it's high frequency. And then if you want to build muscle, that's going to be and if we want to build muscle, we're going to want to do high volume. So this is high volume. Okay. So higher frequency, higher volume, and that is obviously hybrid. That's going to be a bit of both with cardio. Fucking fly. To build strength, you're going to be looking at full body and upper lower. Most of them aren't very good for building strength. Building muscle, we're going to look at upper lower. We're going to do push pull legs. We're going to do upper lower, push pull legs, and yeah, I would say bro split as well, but that is just crazy. So you want to build muscle, you've got 4 options really. And if you want to do some hybrid training, then I would suggest push pull legs or upper lower. The other ones are probably too taxing, too much commitment while training cardio as well. So you'd want to just focus on upper lower and push pull legs if you're doing hybrid training. So after we've established your goals, you want to come and see what experience level do you fall into. Because if you're a beginner, then we're going to look at 2 to 3 days. If you're more intermediate to advanced, we're looking at 3 to 4, maybe even pushing 5 days, depending on how good your recovery is. And advanced, we're looking at 5 to 6 days. And as we mentioned before, if you're a beginner, the best split for you is going to be a full body split, either a 2 day or a 3 day full body split. If you're a bit more of an intermediate lifter, you've been going to the gym for a little while now, you've built that initial foundation that allows you to extend and advance onto the more complex training systems, then you'd be looking at maybe upper lower push pull legs, or maybe even upper lower push pull legs. But I would strongly recommend that you just stick with upper lower or push pull legs, as training 5 days a week is quite intense. And if you're over on the 5 and the 6 days, yeah, you are well and truly an advanced lifter, which requires obviously a lot from your body. You need to have your nutrition, your sleep, your recovery really locked in. So the advanced ones are going to be primarily bro split, upper lower push-pull legs, and a 6-day rotation of push-pull legs. And also not forgetting the high frequency full body workout, which I think is just bananas, but that's just my personal opinion. So this is kind of the crazy training split flowchart that I kind of came up with just to try and help you figure out what you should be doing. So if you're a beginner, you want to start with full body. Intermediate, you're looking at like upper, lower, or push-pull legs. That would be probably the best splits for an intermediate. Advanced, you're looking more towards working out 5 or 6 days a week, which can be push-pull legs, upper, lower, push-pull legs, or bro split. And again, if you want to look at your goals, building strength, we're looking at higher frequency splits, so your upper lowers and your full body splits. If you're building muscles, you want to get that volume up, so you're going to be upper lower push pull legs, upper lower push pull legs, and a bro split. But I mean, unless you're a professional bodybuilder, you shouldn't really be training bro splits. And that is the flowchart. And if you just don't like the sound of any of these training splits, then you can just pick and choose from each of them and make your own training split. That's the beauty of it. I mean, you can be as creative as you want here, and it's your body, it's your training regime. You just do whatever you want. So this is just a little example. So Monday, let's say you want to do quads and chest. Oh, that's not how you spell chest. That'll do. Monday, you want to do quads and chest. Tuesday, we're going to do pull. Wednesday, we're feeling like a little rest day, so a little rest. Thursday, what we're looking at for Thursday, what we're thinking we're going to do on Thursday. Anything we want. Thursday, we're going to do lower, but we're going to do hamstring and calves. We've already hit quads, now we're hitting hamstrings and calves. Friday, yeah, Friday, it's Friday night, we want to get that pump on, we want to get the arms looking big, the shoulders looking wide, so we're going to do shoulders and arms. Saturday comes round, we're feeling good, it's the weekend, we've got more time than normal to do a workout, so we're going to do a full body workout. And then Sunday's God's day, so we're going to take a little rest day, let our body catch up. Now you can see there's no real pattern like the ones that we've gone through, like the splits. So we've got like legs and chest, a pull, but you can see we've got pull, lower, full, shoulders and arms. That doesn't really fit into any of them. Maybe kind of like a bro split, but not really. Rest, lower. We're going to do hamstrings and calves. That'll be a nice easy session. You could probably even do hamstring, calves and glutes. Yeah. Get that bubble butt. But yeah, that's just, you can mix and match them however you see fit. So just a reminder, we've got upper lower, push, pull, legs, full body, a bro split. So you could actually say that's kind of like a bro split. We've got a full body there. We've got pull, push, pull there. And then we have a lower day here. The only one we're missing is kind of like an upper. Well, that's chest. Yeah, so you can see we've kind of picked and took little pieces from each split, which is completely fine if that fits your lifestyle and your training style better than just trying to do a push-pull legs and not enjoying it. And it just makes it more difficult to get to the gym. As I've said earlier, we want it to be as easy as possible with as little friction as possible to get to the gym. And if that means mixing and matching the training splits, then that's just what you've got to do. You do what's best for yourself. And that's all I've got to say about that. So once you have decided